For my by best so like a comment and subscribe to your channel now. To force we my bet no. See Yajin out to himself or Minister of Finance. But also in previous appointment under Mahama appointment the first time no vice and as a deputy finance minister to say tekwe. Na when I name saying obetime ehun the way around our finance office na I was because we share and we and say you buy a warm workers when I out in one bit chow na afi one introduce you to office but one of the name himself a former worker or be deputy painting uncle the way round but uncle Enisha na BBC ya epese mama say I say one who no office so called what in any approach be cry na go say na say what why admire than I tell you who office na there na akoye sound as a joke but a joke when what you say my apostle.
How are you doing? Hi. Nice to see so many old faces, huh? Nice one. Hi, how are you? Very good. This is the little thing, huh? Yeah. Okay. See your option. Oh, really? You block here? I'll be here for my internet.
There will have to be a coalition and gazette of same. In the circumstances and in relation to Ablekuma North, there hasn't been any coalition and there haven't been any gazetting. That means the people of Ablekuma North do not have a representation on the floor of Parliament as far as the Ninth Parliament is concerned. And so it is the belief of the minority that the majority side should be able to show some amount of commitment that they will avail themselves for us to be able to resolve this matter. In the absence of that, they cannot have our cooperation on the floor of Parliament. We cannot support them as far as government business is concerned. We can only support them if they can show that commitment that they are going to avail themselves. It was on that basis that Parliament actually suspended for about 30 minutes. Then the two leadership went on a conclave. There was some amount of understanding that they are going to show that commitment so that within the next few days they can have coalition at Ablekuma North, so Ablekuma North can have a representation on the floor of Parliament.
I see. Just a few things I want us to consider. You talked about representation for Ablekuma North, but you may know, Vincent, also, that he who acts for equity must come with clean hands. Am I correct? There are those. I
know the part that you want to go.
But no, hang on, Vincent. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. No, let's slow down. Let's slow down. Oh, Vincent, hold on. I want my viewers to follow just as much as you're following. So let's do this again. He who demands equity must come with clean hands. There are those who have, made comparisons with the South situation that when you were in office, in government, you didn't seem as much as concerned as you are right now. Now, let me hear your response.
The two scenarios are distinguishable. I'll tell you why. In the instance of South, there was no election as far as the member of Parliament was concerned. Let's put that clear. These two scenarios are very distinguishable. But with the case of Ablekuma North, you had Ghanaians who queued in the sun, went to exercise their franchise as far as the 1992 constitution is concerned, and we are denying them representation. So the point we are making is that if people goes ahead to vote, exercise their franchise, we do not allow them to have representation on the floor of Parliament by virtue of the fact that one political party feels that they are in government now, and for that matter, they are using their metal to stop a coalition. That is sine qua non for the Electoral Commission to be able to gazette such a person. In that regard, we feel that that cannot be the way to go. So please, let's not do that equalization. That cannot be the same scenario. That cannot be a similar scenario. There are two distinguishable scenarios, and we believe that Ablekuma North should have a representation.
Very well. Let's also look at the fact that the action that took place in Parliament could be explained as asking the government to interfere in the work of the Electoral Commission. Don't you think so?
Can you come again with your question?
Well, I'm saying that the action that took place, holding government business to ransom for about 30 minutes, asking that something be done by the majority side, could be equal or tantamount to asking the government or the majority side to interfere in the affairs of the Electoral Commission.
Look, as to how the interpretation is made, with the greatest of respect, I think that it is irrelevant. In fact, we had already signaled that in the event that the majority side do not show the amount of commitment that we so much desire from them, then we will take other options. There are a number of options that is available to the minority. Why? The appointment committee is sitting now. Next week, if we believe that the majority side is not showing that amount of commitment, trust me, we might even go ahead to make sure the appointment committee does not sit. Anything to make sure that government business does not go on. If the majority side does not show any concern that the people of Ablekuma North are also Ghanaians, the people of Ablekuma North who queued on the 7th of December to exercise their franchise as per Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution deserve a representation. And if the majority side does not care, does not show any amount of concern to the people of Ablekuma North, then, of course, they cannot have our support. They cannot have our cooperation as far as government business is concerned. And so let it be clear that we believe that the people of Ablekuma North should have representation. And they can only have a representation if the side of the majority show that commitment, because it is their side that is making the process of elections ending very difficult. If they are committed, I'm sure that we will be able to call it. We are not saying that they should give us the seat. The seat does not belong to the New Patriotic Party. The seat belongs to the people of Ghana. It is the people of Ghana who lives in Ablekuma North who can decide who becomes their primus inter pares as far as Ablekuma North is concerned. So let us finish with the process. Then the Electoral Commission will declare the winner of that election. That is the only thing that we are asking from the majority side.
I see. Finally, the minority leader, your leader in Parliament, spoke about what appeared to be the inaction of the police in providing adequate security. If there is a fight to be fought, why haven't you taken it there so that the police will provide the security for the exercise to take place?
The back stops to the president. They are in power. We don't control the Ghana Police Service. And so if the Electoral Commission demands or is in need of the police or security to be able to undergo such a coalition, the backstops to the president, the backstops to the interior minister who has just been approved. And so we are saying that they have to show that leadership, they have to show that commitment to make sure that we can have a smooth process of collating the resource of Ablekuma North so that the people of Ablekuma North will have a representation. Is the NDC telling us that they are not interested? As far as Ablekuma North is concerned, for them to be able to have a representation, is that what they are telling us? I don't think that is what they are saying. Maybe because they just came to the ways of government, they are so much busy with the other things, but it is our responsibility as a concerned minority whose responsibility is to keep government on its toes, to remind them that the people of Ablekuma North also need some amount of representation, and that we will demand from them today, we will demand from them tomorrow.
I see. And, Vincent, you have said that the situation with SAL is different. But anytime you talk about the current situation with Ablekuma North,